Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Byington, and in this video we are going to be talking about Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. This is easily the most commonly taught, commonly printed, like in cards, romantic type cards, just really almost practically abused in the sense of it being a quote unquote love poem. Okay, so the first two lines. If you have, if you think you might know this sonnet, you might have read it, seen it somewhere before, like out in real life, it would be these first two lines you've seen if it was not printed in its entirety. So the first two lines, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So we have a comparison going on here. So the lover, the speaker is saying to the lover, shall I compare you to a summer's day? Thinking of, like a bright, sunny summer day. Everything is green and blooming. We're thinking of blue skies. Um, but even though a summer day like that might be nice, the speaker says that the lover is actually even more lovely and more temperate than a summer's day. Like the lover surpasses their presence, their existence, their beauty surpasses that of this gorgeous summer day that we're talking about. And that is explained in the next two lines. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. So the rough winds that are coming in into the summer, there are like isolated thunderstorms a lot in the summertime, right? So all of a sudden we might have some rough winds coming in if a pop-up thunderstorm is going to happen. And so all those pretty flowers, the buds of May that are starting to come up, come forth, well, that looks nice, but there's also this rough weather that could be coming in unexpectedly. And summer's lease hath all too short a date. So summer and spring, but we're talking about summer here in particular, those beautiful days that are being referenced in this sonnet, if their lease hath all too short a date, it means it doesn't last long because next thing you know, it's chilly in the morning and then it's freezing in the morning. So it doesn't last long. So kind of like not just beauty, not just physical beauty of the lover, but the love that the speaker has for the lover. Okay, sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. So sometimes in the summer, it might look really nice outside, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna go back inside now because too hot the eye of heaven shines. That basically just means the sun is making it very unbearably hot outside. Um, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. So that every fair from fair sometime declines. Well, sometimes fairness, beauty, it doesn't last, of course, physical beauty. But the speaker says, thy eternal summer shall not fade. So it's not just the physical beauty of the lover, it's just their existence. This would be like starting to transcend into unconditional love. So thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. No matter what, like you might age, but because you're a beautiful person on the inside as well as the outside, you'll always be beautiful. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So even when you die, death can't brag about like, oh, well, I have all of everything about your existence on earth. I have all of that now. So that is the lover having to wonder behind death. Like death has claimed this person. We don't remember their beauty because, as the next line says, in eternal lines to time thou growest. Eternal lines, it's the sonnet itself, it's the poetry, it's all of the poetry that the speaker has written about the lover. It immortalizes them so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So that's explaining that line right above that, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. Your image, your existence, all this beauty that was not just external but internal, it's going to be known and it can never die because the author here, the speaker, has immortalized the lover. Because as long as people live, as long as humankind exists on earth and eyes can see, as long as we can still read this language, and it's things, Shakespeare's work has been translated in multiple languages around the world, so any language will do pretty much. As long as we can still read this and humans exist to read it, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. If you've been a student in my class, you know something I will mark as far as writing goes is to please always follow your demonstrative determiners with a noun, a phrase, something to make it's specific or clear what you're talking about when you say this, that, or these, those. So long lives this. Shame on you, Shakespeare. You didn't follow that demonstrative determiner with a noun or a phrase or something to make it specific. But since he's Shakespeare, I guess he can do that. So this, something I've asked on exams before. What is this? That this gives life to thee. The demonstrative determiner, this, the this in this case is it's the sonnet, it's the poetry. Okay, that's all for Sonnet 18. Thank you for watching.